Hello everyone, welcome to Opportune. My name is Eva. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create this report using Power BI. I'm going to link the dataset in the description box. In our previous video, we are using the same dataset, but we had different set of objectives. This time round, we have new objectives and we are going to achieve them by creating this report. Stick around and let's learn. We are going to create a Power BI report using the dataset provided in this Excel sheet. So you have been provided this data as a data analyst by the company that makes these products. And from this dataset, there are few things that the company would like to find out. The objectives of this report would be: the company would like to know how long it takes to ship, and what is the driver of the shipping period? What makes it long or short? And then the other thing the company would like to know is which channel performs best. And by channel, if we look at what we have here, we have the wholesale, the distributor, the export. So they want to know among these which one is performing best. The third objective is that the company wants to know the top 3 customers so that they can reward them with shopping vouchers. Lastly, they'd like to know which product performs well in which region in order to exit market for the non-performers. We are going to use this dataset to achieve these objectives. And as you saw in the objectives, there are different kind of stakeholder that would be well suited to use our project or the final analysis we are coming. The final analysis that we are coming up with. For instance, if they want the top 3 customers so that they can reward them with shopping vouchers. In this case, majorly our stakeholders will be the sales and marketing team. Which product performs well in which region in order to exit market for the non-performance. We'd have the regional managers being major or key stakeholders of this kind of analysis. Also the sales and marketing team. Even the production team will be key stakeholders. Before you start any kind of data analysis project, it's good you understand the key stakeholders who are going to consume this data so that the final analysis can come out very clearly and all objectives are met in the different departments or different levels of these stakeholders. So this is the how we are going to achieve these objectives, and these are the metrics that you are going to use. First of all, we will analyze the total number of unique orders for the 3-year period provided in the first worksheet here. We'll have to identify the total number of orders. We also want to know the average shipping period. Then we will look at the average order quantity. So that we can see the volumes of how much of the products we are shipping or exporting out. Also, we look at the shipping period by region and shipping period by order quantity so that you can see which is the major driver. Is it the area of which the product is being delivered, or the quantity, how large or how small the order is, which is driving the shipping period. And then we are going to look at the revenue by channel so that we can get to know which channel is performing best and which is not performing as per the expectation of the least performer. The other metric we'll look at is the order quantity by customer, and this is going to give us the top 3 customers so that sales or marketing team may easily reward the the, the, the we easily reward the major shoppers of this product. And then lastly, we are going to look at sales by product per region so that you can get to know which product is performing well in which region. And for the non-performers, as the objective is, the company is looking to exit the market. So let's first understand the data that we have here. We have the sales orders table. This is the first table, and as you can see, it has most of the information compared to the other three tables. And here we have the order number, which is a unique number that is attached to each order, the order date and the ship date, and the difference of two is going to give us the ship period, the time it takes for a product to be shipped, the time taken for a product to be shipped between the day you ordered and the day it leaves the warehouse or the different channel that it's situated in. Then we have the customer name index. It's going to give us this is associated with the customer name in the customers table. Then you have the channel, the currency code, the warehouse code, the delivery region, the product description index, the order quantity, unit price, total unit cost, and total revenue. We also get to understand what these other tables have. For the customers table, we have the customer index and the customer name. Then the other table has the region with the index, suburb, city, postal code, longitude and latitude, and then the full address. Lastly, we have the products table with the index and the product's name. We're going to introduce a new column here, and I'm going to call it the shipping period. And this is going to be the difference between the ship date and the order date. And I'm going to convert this to text. So just like that, we have, okay, just start here, then I will copy distance values. And this is going to give me the time that product uh, takes between the day it was ordered and the day it leaves the different channel or the day that the product is shipped. Okay, now I'm going to import this data into Power BI and we shall begin with the analysis. So we're going to open Power BI and then we're just going to go straight to Excel. Let me see, we save this. We're going to save it and then we're going to import it. So we're going to select all the tables we need for this analysis. And let's first have a look at this table, transform data. And let's see what we have. Okay, we're going to delete these columns. I'm going to close and apply. So once you have your tables here, we'll go to model view and see whether this has identified any relationships. And if none, then we're going to create the relationship between the tables. So let's have our first table here, which is the sales table. And as you can see, it has already detected a relationship between the customer index and the customer table and the customer names index. Then there's another relationship here, although we're not going to use that, we're going to delete it. So I'll go ahead and delete this. Right click and delete. And then you can say yes to that. And then this index is going to be a foreign key here. And then I want to make this relationship active. And it is a one-to-many relationship. Going to go ahead and save that. And then from this, we have the index and the delivery region index. Make this a relationship, yes. Okay. So that's it. We have the relationships created for the tables, and we can go ahead and start analyzing. We're going to come to this website, aircolors.co, and this is the color palettes that we're going to use today. So I'm going to choose 3 or 4 colors out of this, and then we're going to design as we go. So I'll start by designing the wallpaper. And for the wallpaper, I'll put this color. This will be pound 55587. That will be our background color. From here, we will want and then from here we want to name our project, and we'll start by inserting a text box at the top. And for this, we're going to use Sergio UI Light. and the font will be 24. And you're going to name this company as 20 products, sales analysis. It is going to be in bold and underlined. Then you can reduce the size of this and put it there. And then we're going to do some more formatting. We're going to make it 100% transparent. And you're going to change the font color. I'm going to change it to white and you make it italic. And then from there, we are going to start building up the metrics. And one of the first metric we're going to put is the total number of unique orders. And you're going to visualize this using a card. And we're going to come to this sales table here, and you're going to put the order number, and this is the count distinct. So we have 7,991 orders. Then from there, we are going to format this card, and you're going to turn off the category label. And then the callout value is it's okay. What you're going to do is you're going to give it a title as orders. And from there, we are going to change the font type. And then we are going to change the background color for this. This is going to be, let's put a different color, which we read from the palette that we had before. It's going to be pound sign F2 CB8. F2 C. Okay. So we can continue with the formatting. We're going to have a visual border turned on. The color of this is going to be white, and we can give it rounded corners, and that's okay. So once we have that, we're going to add the other cards which are going to visualize the other metrics like average shipping period and average order quantity. So I'll just copy this and paste it. Okay, bring it below this card, and then we're going to format it and say, call it average shipping period. Average shipping period, and for this I'm going to uh, remove the count of order number, and I'm going to bring in the shipping period. It's going to give us the sum, but I'm going to look at the average. So these are 10.44 days, but I don't want to see that 0.44, so I'm going to remove the decimal places and reduce that to 0, so which is going to be 10 days. So it takes 10 days. Is the time between the order date and the ship date. Then I'm going to paste, and then the metric we're going to look at is the average order quantity. Yeah, we're going to get the order quantity and calculate the average of this. So on average, every person is purchasing 8.46 items, but I'd like to have this in whole numbers because I don't know whether it can be 0.46 of an item. So let's go to call out value and then reduce that decimal place, and then let's go and edit this title and call it average order quantity. Okay. Uh, Once this is done, we're going to proceed to the next matrix, which is going to give us the shipping period by region and the shipping period by order quantity. So what you're going to do, we are going to add a matrix and compare these two, and we are going to have the city on the columns, and then we're going to have the order quantity on the rows. Let me expand this. Okay. And then we're going to have the what do you call it, the shipping period as the value. Okay, so we do not need the sum. I'll do the count. Okay, this is the distinct count. So we're going to change this to distinct count. Yes. So this is what you're going to compare. And as you can see, we have so many cities, and I don't think this is going to be feasible comparing it like this. So I'd like to add a new column. When we look at the regions table, let's go to the table view and have a look at the regions. What we have here is the suburb, the city, the postal code, longitude and latitude, and the full address. Now I will want to introduce a new columns. Now if you know all these city and the regions they are in New Zealand, you can go ahead and add a calculated column here and group them. But since I do not know where these cities are located in the regions of New Zealand, I'm going to have these tables. So I have these two tables. I have the SIS analysis report and I have the New Zealand table here with the city and the admin name. I'll also add a link where you can download this table that has this information. So I'm going to call this region and I'm going to introduce it here as region, and I'm going to VLOOKUP so that if the Auckland or the Southland city is in this table, then it's going to populate the admin name as the region on my table. So let's do a VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP this table, then you can do up to there, comma 6, comma. Okay, let me start again. Equal sign, VLOOKUP this. I don't think I put the first comma. Then you're going to go to the reference table and highlight this. Then you're going to put the second comma. Then we want the exact match. So that's it. So I'll copy this and paste as value so that I don't need to okay. So it will remain like this. Okay, I hope it doesn't bring issues in the future. So I have all these city grouped into these regions. I can import my table again, and so once this table is back, I can see the new column already populated itself in this table. So let's remove it from model, then I will add it again. So I'll go ahead and import. Okay, had already saved. Then pen. Then I'll just select the regions and I'll go ahead and preview this. As you can see, we already have the regions there. Okay, let me just have a look at the model again so that Okay. Right now, so let's delete this and say yes. And we come back here and look at the index and create this relationship. What is this saying? So no, no, no. So I'll go ahead and save. So there we have it. Let's go back to the report view and have a look at this. So instead of comparing all these cities, I will come back and expand this, and I have the region. So I'll remove the city and add the region here under columns so that I have less items to compare with. And this is what we have. So let's compare with the regions. So as you can see, for 5 items ordered, it takes 16 days to get to Auckland, and then it takes 6 days to get to Bay of Plenty, 16 days to get to Canterbury, 16 days to get to Chatham Islands. I hope I'm pronouncing these names well. And then 16 days to get to Waikato region. So there's not that much of a comparison among between the shipping period with the order quantity and the regions where they are being delivered. So I think I'll have to analyze this further, and by doing so, I'd like to add one more item to compare, and that is the channel, and see whether there's that much of a big difference, because on average it's taking the same time to go to different regions, apart from Bay of Plenty, where there's a very notable difference. So let's go and have a look at the channel, that is like the outlet where the items are coming from. So I can add it to the columns such that we have a drill down further. Okay. Okay, so when it comes to the channels, you can see all the channels on average have the same uh, duration of delivery. So the only uh, big difference we are noting here is the city. If we remove the region, although as we have seen the cities are pretty much many, if we remove this and bring back the city, you will see that under this there's a notable difference. So let's expand this. I think I'll have them somewhere down here so that we can have enough space of looking at it. Okay, there's still me. But if we look at this, now we can identify uh, which cities have that much of a big difference. As you can see, Auckland has a huge difference compared to Gisborne. So when we are shipping to Gisborne, we are taking far much less time than shipping to Auckland. And then when we're shipping to Christchurch, we're still taking a very long time. So probably this is something to note. As you can see, the order quantity don't really, regardless of the order quantities that we are shipping, taking them to Christchurch takes a very long time. Even when you look at the channels where they are being distributed from. So this is something that could be of great value when you're trying to see when you're trying to analyze the average shipping period and the drivers of this shipping period. So we'll retain this matrix and we'll have both levels of analysis, although I'd like to bring the city first. And from here, let's go ahead and format our matrix, and this will be good to go. So I will want to retain it at the bottom here. So which means we'll have to resize this. We'll go ahead and format the matrix. And the first thing we're going to do, and the first thing we're going to do, we're going to select it, and we are going to start formatting our visual and remove both the totals of the columns and the rows. So we are going to turn this off. We're going to reduce this height up to there. Then we're going to bring it down because we'll have our title there up. I don't think we can reduce the font further than that. Let's go to the condition of formatting first of the values, and you're going to right click this and go to condition of formatting. Then you're going to select the background color. And we pick a shade of brown. and select lighter brown. I'm going to have that. Okay. And this is going to highlight. Okay, I think we should have done the other way around, and then let's just pick a shade of this purple because I think it will be so lowest. It's going to be very light, and then the highest value should be very dark. And then okay, that's better. So I think let's change that font to white. You go to values, and then let's select the text color to white. Okay. It's like it picked some of the values, background color, alternate color black, alternate color, just select white too. Okay, so that's much better. And is the text color, the background color, the alternate color. Okay. I'll go to the, we'll have to change this because as we can see we cannot see the values there. So let's go to the row. So there we go. We have the background color as white and the alternative background color as white, and we can see the order quantity here compared to the values of the shipping period in all the cities. And as you can see, the darker ones have the highest shipping period, and we can easily pick up the city with the highest uh, shipping period and compare them with the cities with the lowest shipping period. So a few of the measures may be taken. We can try finding out where like in this case, if we drill down, we'll see uh, the order quantity in Central Otago. If we export this through the distributor, how long it's taking. If we export this through the export, if we ship through the distributor, how long it's taking. If we ship through the export, and if we ship through the wholesale, you can easily compare these values. Then we'll go to the next city and compare these two. And as you can see here, when we are shipping through the wholesale, it's taking much longer than exporting, shipping through export, and probably they could highly invest in export rather than shipping through the wholesale. We can also see all these comparisons with this drill down and this This is very, very helpful. And as you can see, every time the distributor and the wholesale are taking much longer to ship than the export. So this is a highly effectful drill down and a highly effectful insight when looking at the drivers of the shipping period for this specific company. So I'll go ahead and put a small title here. Let's add a text box. And we'll change our font to Tahom and we'll caption this as the drivers. To ship. So let me add something here through the double shipping channels. I'm going to bold this and put that font, and we're going to increase the size a little. And you're going to select the effects here. I think that's a good font. Okay. Let's drag it up a little and across. So we're going to have that at the bottom there. I think we should change the background color of this matrix. It doesn't look appealing. Go to effects and then the background color. Should we change the header's background color? So I want this color here. Let me see. That's okay. So we can comment. Change this. We'll have the same. Let's just highlight from the bottom here. And we'll go to column headers. Then the background color. And we'll do this the same for the row headers. Then we'll go back to background color of the entire matrix. We go back to the background color of the entire matrix and change it. Okay, that's perfect. Let's move it a little because I see it's a bit. Okay, well, that's fine. We can go ahead and look at the other objective that we had on the Excel sheet here. So we want to look at the revenue per channel, and we can have a bar chart for this. And we want to see the revenue by channel. So what we are comparing is the total revenue. I'm going to have this on the x-axis and then different channels on the y-axis. And as we can see, this company really needs to emphasize on the export revenues, especially considering that the export are taking the least time to especially considering that the export are taking the least time for the customer to get their product unless the cost is high, of which again it's good to note that this company should highly put emphasis on the export sales, especially considering that the export channel is taking the least time to export unless to ship, that is unless the cost of shipping through the export is really high. We can have a look at this really quick. Let me remove revenue and probably put in the unit cost per channel. Okay, I don't think we can do this. We can look at the unit cost per channel since I don't think this is a production unit. I think it's just a shipping unit. So this would have to come with a shipping cost per channel. So yeah, it's showing us that export has the least unit cost, but I don't think this is the cost we are trying to analyze here. Anyway, if the cost of shipping through all this channel is the same, then this company really needs to put more emphasis on shipping through the export channel, considering that, like we said, it's taking the least time compared to others to deliver the products to the customer. Okay, we will go ahead and just format this chart. So We'll come to the title. And we say ship channel performance. That's it. I'm going to change the font to Tahoma. And we're going to put bold and change the font color to white. We're going to hello. Jalala na panya zinanisumbua huku. Ongea zinakimbia. Sasa nashangaa ukiniambia hivyo nafaa kuenda wapi exactly? Kwa nani? Alafu watu watano kwa kitanda moja. Sasa hicho ni Wednesday. Niambie. So kama imeshika ningekuwa. Niambie uko aje? Okay, sawa, good night. Sawa. Haya. Love you. We can collapse the title. We're going to make this transparent. And we're going to turn on the visual borders. We're going to turn off the visual borders. And we'll change the back colors to black. Okay, that is too dark. Let's just try a grayish color. Okay. So we're going to change the other font colors for the X and the Y axis. So we'll change this to Tahoma. Okay, actually the title is supposed to be off, but the values, this is supposed to be black. Okay. And we do the same for the Y axis. So we need the title turned off and the font color for the value to black. Okay. Maybe we can enlarge this. Let me change this first to Tahoma and see how it bold. That is okay. Let's do the same for the x-axis, bold, and font type to Tahoma. Okay, as you can see, the shipping channel performance. The wholesale is performing best, followed by the distributor, then the export, but we do not know by how much. Let's go ahead and add the data values. We turn them on. And these are supposed to be, I can see the position, but the font color is very faint. So let's adjust that so they are very visible. That is 83 million. That is okay. Okay, that is much. That is much better. So we'll go ahead and look at the order quantity by customer. And in this case, we're going to filter the top three, since as we saw, this objective says top three customer to be rewarded with a shopping voucher. So okay, top three customers to reward with shopping vouchers. They'd like to know the top three customers so that they can reward them shopping vouchers. Okay, so I'll also do another bar chart at the bottom of this one, and it's just going to give us the top three customers. We're going to have it there, and we're going to see to have a look at the order quantity, and we're going to have the customer name here. And as you can see, there are many. So customer name index, let's have a look at this. We're going to have the top N, and in this case, we're going to have a look at the top three, and this is going to be filtered by the order quantity. We're going to apply filter. Okay. Is the name index, so we don't want the index, we want the actual names. So customer name is what you're going to add here. And as you can see, we have gotten our top three. I think I should just change this to that. That is much better. So we have Madeline, we have Eminence, Cope, and we have Apollo Limited. So this, if they want to reward the top three customers, these are the top three. We are going to see by how much uh, they they are apart from each other, and we can see the quantities that they ordered. Let's format this. We'll expand it a little. I'm going to have it here. And we can go ahead and collapse this. Let's go have a look at the x-axis. Let's have the values in black font, and let's change the font type to Tahoma to match the others and make it bold. Okay, and then we're going to see whether we have any titles here, and it's already off. We can go ahead and collapse this and turn off the title there. We do want the value, but we want to change the font type and color. It's going to be Tahoma. Have proclivity of typing the whole word every time, and this is going to be black and bold. Okay, so let's have a look at the title, and we're going to change this to top 3 customers. Top 3 customers, and let's have this in the at the middle so that it stands out. Well, I'm not going to make this completely transparent so that it doesn't confuse whoever is looking at this report. So before I do that, I want to have the data labels. Let's collapse that and turn on the data labels. We have the values up there, and let's have a look at those bars. That's the column in this case. We can still have them in gray, but now I will not make it completely transparent. And I also have a visual border. Let's see what works out best. So okay. Let's just increase the transparency just a little. And now we'll go ahead and add a visual border so that it stands out from the top top bar chart there. So we'll turn it on, change this to gray, and make it rounded corners. Give it rounded corners. Okay, and then there's this title here that should be in Tahoma fonts and also in bold. So that's okay. So far, so good. Let's look at the other metrics that we're supposed to add. So we wanted sales by product per region so that we can know which product to piece out from which region. And I'm going to just use a table for this. You can use maps, but in this case, I'm just going to use a table. And I'll have the different regions. And I'm going to look at the product And let's have a matrix. It's really not going to give us what we want. Let me just do a matrix here, such that on the row I have the different regions. That should be the columns. That should be, so that on the rows I have the different products. Then on the columns I have the region. Then the value is going to be the total revenue. So let's format this. I want to change these values to I want to display this some total revenue. Okay. So I actually wanted to display this as thousands, but okay. Let's have a look at what we have right now, what we're working with. So we have product 6 that we are not selling as that well in Bay of Plenty region. So we can completely phase it out. We can also phase out product 8 in that region. Actually, most of the products, and then we can have probably a drill down of this in terms of the different cities where the different cities in these 3 regions. Okay, we could have used the maps for this, but I think this actually pretty much gives us what we want. Yeah, this actually gets the work done. So you can see most of the products are not really performing well in this region, in the Bay of Plenty region, compared to all the other regions. And this will be very useful. I'm going to be using database for comparisons. So let's go to this and add the conditional formatting and database. Left to right, lowest values, highest value, positive bar should be a green, and then this is going to give them clearer picture of how these regions are performing. But just looking at it, you can see that Bay of Plenty is performing really poorly with all the products. Canterbury performs very well. Chatham Islands is performing quite poorly too, and then uh, Waikato is just fair. So you can give them the ability to drill down this information much further to the city or the suburb level. So I can just take the city and bring it down here to region. Then if you go down, you can have a look at all the cities, and there are quite many, and how they're performing. And you can see some of these cities are not performing well in terms of the sale of these products. Okay, so we'll go ahead and format this. And I'll go to the layout first, and let's go up to where it's supposed to be. Okay, first we remove these subtotals and turn them off. Group them. And then we'll change the background colors. Let's start with the column grand total and format this to Tahoma and turn this to black and bold. Okay, and let's look at the background color. This, what is it we're looking at here? Oh, this is what I should be editing. And you're supposed to have the black in bold. The background color is supposed to be this. And we do the same for the row headers. It's the home, bold, and black. And then the background color should match that. And now we have the other. Okay, let's see. And the row color, turn that off. And then you can go to general, and we'll have the background color. Let's see whether we can change these values background color. And text color should be black. Alternate background color should also be this. Okay. So that's it. Let's try to move this a little so that you can have. So the last thing we want to do, we'll put a title at the top. So I can just go ahead and copy what we have here. And we will caption this as product sales per region. Lexus performance by region. Then you have you can say these are further analysis by city. You can reduce this font to around 10. Okay, it's too little. Okay, and then minimize that text box and bring it down a little. Okay, so that's it. So I feel like this data we're going to change it. Okay, so let's go through the objectives again and see what the objectives of the stakeholders. So we start with how long does it take to ship and what is the driver of the shipping period, and that analysis we have done it down here. And as we have seen, the greatest driver of the shipping period is the shipping channel. And in most cases where we are shipping through the export, the time taken is notably lower than using the wholesale or the distributor in most of the city and actually in all the orders. Okay, regardless of the order quantity. Okay, let's go to the other objective, which was which channel performed the best. And as we have seen here, the wholesale channel performed the best by 83 million. Then we have 49 for distributor and 23 million for the export. Okay. Who are the top three customers for this period? And we have seen here we have Medley, then Eminence Corp, and Apollo Limited. The other objective was which product performs well in which region in order to exit market for non-performers. And as we have seen in this matrix, uh, the products that are performing well in different regions and
the products that are performing well in different regions and the ability to drill down to even cities. And using this, they can easily exit market for particularly the regions where these products uh, are not being purchased. And that's going to be the end of this project. I'm going to upload another project soon, and we're still going to use financial data for that project. And I'm hoping you stick around and you learn as well. Thank you so much and stay safe.